What do we have here? Well, we have this send cut, but this send cut is not what we're here to see on this episode. It's a send cut episode. Anyway, all right, let's get this guy open here. I knew what this was, yep, because I heard it bouncing around inside, which kind of sucks. We won't mention the shipper because, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as it's in one piece. If it's all broken or something, well, it doesn't look like it. It looks like from the packaging, it was under minimal duress. We got a petrified fish. Ooh, what is this one? This is like a 909 or something like that. Man, I used to have one of these. It's nice that it's in a Ziploc instead of just a little folded over pouch, I guess. I used to have one of these, same exact one, but with the satin blade, the silver satin blade. This one has the black blade. Boy, that's not quite as smooth as mine was, I feel like. Little, tiny bit gritty. Centered, very centered. Yeah, it's got like a little, I don't know. It's not gritty, it's just, what I assume it is the coating on the blade compared to the other one I had that was satin. This is the G10 ball rubbing on this black coating. So I bet it will wear in and get real smooth as it wears a little track around the blade. Let's check it out though. We got fairly standard janky pocket clip. But I mean, look at that G10 though. That G10 has some nice texture to it and some nice, I don't know, the texture's okay, but really the lines, you can just kind of see those little lines of the various levels of it. This looks very cool. The way they milled it, cutting in here and then flat down here, just makes it look very cool the way they come together. And then this insert here, well, I guess it's not an insert. Well, it is an insert, but it's glued in, so it's like part of it, you know. It's not something you could unscrew and take out or anything. The carbon fiber part. It's very cool because the 3D roundedness of it gives it that very neat, almost sparkly look. That pivot sticks out a little bit further than I thought it did, or I remember it doing. Well, look at that. You can see the line already, just from a couple openings, that that's the G10 ball rubbing on the blade, showing right there, that little part of a circle that's showing. So there's the G10 hole for the blade, right? Yeah. So the G10 ball is on this little arm right here, the lock bar, and it's going to fall into this hole as it comes around, and that's what locks it closed so that it doesn't just fall open. You know, when you open it, that's what you're fighting against with your push to open it. And basically that's what keeps it from being totally drop shutty. Like if I press the lock bar over, boy, the blade would just flop around. But with the lock bar not pressed over, it doesn't do that because it's kind of holding the blade still. But not that it can't still fall with a little bit of help. And some knives will fall anyway, even though you're not holding the lock bar over there. You know, that's what's called drop shutty. This one, I think, will be drop shutty, like probably pretty soon with messing with it. Came pretty oiled. It's kind of unusual, kind of the oil leaking out of there. I mean, I expect that from Tucson. Not so much petrified fish. Petrified fish definitely makes good stuff. I've had, I think, 3 different petrified fish, maybe 4, something like that. So this would be my 4th or 5th one, something like that. And I'm definitely digging this one. Ergo's pretty darn good. It is a little fat right in here, which is weird because it doesn't really look like it's fatter than the rest. Maybe I'm used to knives getting a little skinnier right in here, and this one doesn't so much, so it feels a little fatter. do think I might cut that edge down a little bit so you can access that lock a little better. It is actually pretty easy to access the lock, but a little better even yet would still be better. Boy, that is just a nice, easy to open knife. Let's see, are we drop shed yet? I've opened it like 20 times, come on. Almost, it's getting there. Definitely needs a new clip. That one's kind of for sure janky. We'll get a new clip on this guy. Maybe take down this edge here just a bit. But I mean, you don't have to, obviously. I just don't love that clip though. It's just, you know, it's your generic budget clip. And this knife looks nicer than that. Right? The rest of this knife looks nicer than that clip. That blade looks great. That black coating is definitely different than most black coatings you see. Either they're sort of just a flat black, or they're a little bit shiny, but they don't have this like speckled look to them. It's kind of neat. It's definitely different. Let's see. Here's a Miguron with a black blade. So you can see how that one looks. It's just kind of satin black. This guy has some almost like texture. It's not textured. You can't feel that. It just feels perfectly smooth, but I assume it's like that they had it in a tumbler with rocks and stuff, or something like that, some kind of medium, and that's the that kind of tumbled look. What's the size on this guy? Let's see. Well, here's that Miguron. It's kind of a medium small. Here's a pretty big knife, the B&B. So it's definitely on the bigger side. It's I think it's a little bit bigger than 3.5, like 3.6, 3.7, somewhere in there, I think, if I remember right. This Rook here is like a 3.7. So I think it's about like that. And actually, it's a bit longer now, so it might be 3.8. It's somewhere in there. It's in the medium-large size knife category. Very slicey, tall flat grind. Almost a full flat grind. You know, it's full up to here, and then you know, you could still call it a full flat grind pretty much. It's right there. I need to put a quick stud on it, but I think that part's going to be a little bit in the way. I might have to actually take off a little bit of that guy. Is the frame under there? Ooh, man, I don't want to mess with the frame though, or the liner. I might not put a thumb stud on this guy. I really don't want to dig into that steel liner that's black coated and have to show silver on it, you know. I want it to stay black, so yeah, I might not mess with that. It might just be a flipper only. I don't have too many knives that are flipper only. That just kind of bugs me. I like to do a, you know, thumb opening or something. Oh, can I? Oh, look at that! So you can reverse flick it if you get your finger down on this part here. Not on this part because this is trailing away too much. How that angle is, it's falling away, so your finger slips off of it right there too much. But down here, you got a little bit more leverage too. Yeah. So as long as it's not oily, you can open it that way. That is not really great, but it's not bad. It's okay. Boy, I can't wait for that kind of sound to go away. D2 steel, of course G10 and carbon fiber. Got a nice big lanyard hole, little back spacer. Again, crappy pocket clip, although, yeah, feels like it probably works just fine. Let's see, is it slicey from the factory? No, it is actually, okay, well, I don't know. It's not dull, but it's not super sharp. It could use a little touch-up. Definitely could use a touch-up. Let's see, is it shaving sharp? It feels like it is shaving sharp. It's mostly there shaving sharp. Just careful. That is from a knife, by the way. Not from trying to shave with it, but what I did was I opened something I was holding and slipped or something like that. What the hell did I do? I don't remember what I did. Maybe I opened the knife? Did I open a knife and hit that chunk like that? I don't remember. Didn't get it on camera, though. I do cut myself quite a bit on camera, but not that time, unfortunately. Petrified fish. I'm trying to remember what the heck the name of this guy was. Petrified Fish 838. And if I'm wrong about that, I'll put it right up here. I think I'm right, though. Petrified Fish 838. Very cool knife. Have a nice day.